Hello, welcome to another Tonalist landscape oil painting demonstration. This is your painter in residence, M. Francis McCarthy. And welcome as well to day 6 of the Past Masters series. The painting that we are doing today is a study after Charles Warren Eaton, and the name of his painting was Autumn Meadow. And it's a pretty neat little painting. I don't think it really took me a ton of time to do, but still pretty effective. And one thing I really like that Chuck did here was he just said, well, I'm going to make this whole sky yellow. That's what I'm going to do. And that's what he did. And I have done some yellow skies, but I haven't gone this yellow. And who knows, maybe I will now. Maybe I'll be inspired by old Chuck Warren Eaton to just embrace the yellow, just go all the way, you know. It's not often in nature that the sky does that, but it does do that. It does some pretty incredible things, especially when you consider there's really, you know, one light source, the sun, and everything else that's modifying it is some sort of atmospheric effect, or the curvature of the earth, or if you're into the flat earth theory, I don't know what it would be affecting it, but we're not going to get into flat earth theory here, though. We talk about painting here and nothing else, really. I keep all the other topics. Actually, I did have a blog for a while I was doing with a friend of mine where we were discussing current events and I don't know, politics and things like that. But that's many, many years ago that we were doing that. And I don't know. I think the nice thing about painting and talking about painting and sharing your thoughts on this topic is, or sharing my thoughts on this topic, is that it's going to be timeless. You know, it's going to be interesting and valid now to people that are interested in this sort of thing, and it will be 20 years from now to people that are interested in this sort of thing. And that's one of the reasons why I do just keep, for the most part, I just keep this video channel / blog, or whatever you want to call it, to the topic of painting. Now, it's been a little sporadic this week. It is New Year's week, and I have been a little bit random. In fact, I think this is the year of the random video. But to the new subscribers out there, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And to those of you that have sent me emails and well wishes for the new year, thank you so much. And likewise back to you. And let's hope we get a lot of great painting done in 2018, and that it's a really good year. That's my hope. I have been having some good sales and stuff this year, and also I've been really I've got a new very, very awesome fine art printer that I've been printing out this sign and number piece that I've been working on. Just got the certificates of authenticity done today, and the prints out of this thing on the rag paper are amazing. And you know, they're light fast for over 100 years, so that's well past where most watercolor paintings would be. So it's very, very exciting, especially on the rag paper. This is the whole reason I ended up investing in this printer. I had a very, very good photographic printer, an Epson one, that I've had for many years, and I saw no reason to replace it because the quality level out of that was astounding as well. But it couldn't handle this, I guess they call it GSM out here. I don't know if they call it in the States, but that's the thickness of the paper. But I'd invested in some of this rag paper, and that Epson printer of mine just said, nope, no way, son, this is not happening. So I took the jump. And one of the reasons I'm getting into the signed and numbered prints is that I am, after all my forays into the online markets of last year, it occurred to me that probably it would be better off just making a good case for what I do out here. So I've come up with an image that actually those of you on the mailing list have seen it already. It's called Sunset Beach, and because I shared the full-length archive video on my mailing list with people that are subscribed. It's a really nice painting, but it is of a Northland beach scene, and this is a type of subject matter that does very, very well out here in New Zealand. And so I sort of set out to do it with this print in mind, and I have to say that these prints, they just look great. I mean, the painting looks great, of course. The painting is the original. And I've had a lot of people ask me about the original, and I'm not really interested in selling it, so I've given them, prices like $5,000-$6,000 or that sort of thing. Not that it's actually probably worth more than that, but you know how art and pricing goes. It's so much of what determines a higher price is where your name is in the market, and your history and blah 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 and all that other stuff you don't care about or want to hear. Anyway, I will sell it as an original for $5,000. Yeah, actually, I'll do that. Most of my paintings for that size aren't going for that much money, but I'm not interested in selling it, so why not just quote them something high. Anyway, that's what I've been spending most of the week. Today I am going to go back into the studio. It is Saturday here, by the way, and it is Saturday the 6th of January 2018, and I'm headed back in the studio, and I'm going to do a painting on a rock. Okay, you can laugh, but I've known quite a few painters that have painted on rocks, and this is a nice rock, and I'm going to do a nice little painting on it. And I've got the scene I want to do all mapped out, and geez, I haven't picked up a brush for almost a week, and it's about time. I do have some excellent scenes all set up that I'm going to be getting into, and I might be getting back into some miniatures and stuff too coming up. I don't know. We'll have to see. But it's always exciting to think about painting. It's even more exciting to actually do painting. Assuming things are going well. But even if they're not going well, at least you're doing something. You're not just sitting there playing a video game or watching Game of Thrones or something. You're making something happen in the world, and that's what the world's about. Right? That's why we're here. Make things happen, do things, have a family, make some art, build a company, make some money, whatever. Doesn't really matter what you do. I've known that my whole life, but what does matter is that you do something, and that when you do something that you're fully engaged in it, that you're really giving it your all, then that makes almost any activity you do worth doing. And this is one of the great secrets of existence, and I'm passing on to you. You may know it, you may not. You may believe it, you may not. But either way, the only way, I'm not into believing stuff anyway. I'm into trying stuff and seeing what works for me. Believing stuff. If you're going to believe in something, it should be because you've had experience that justifies that belief. Otherwise, you're just kind of floating out in the breeze. You got no leg to stand on. That's my opinion. Actually, I'm talking about myself, not you. You could feel about this any way that works for you. That's another great thing about life. We're all on our own track, and we're all doing our own thing. We're getting close to the end, kind of, but I want to say I didn't speak any about Charles Warren Eaton. I will say, if you like my study after Charles Warren Eaton, you fish around on my channel. There's a playlist. I've probably done about 10 or 12 studies after Eaton. He's one of my favorite painters of all time, and I just love him to bits. I have several books about him too. Funny enough, there's several books about him. Not really anything currently in print, but at least he's had books written about him. But none for old John Francis Murphy, who is just as good or better. I don't really know what's up with that, but someone get busy. Go write a book. It won't be me. I'm no art historian. I'm a painter, but I love Charles Warren Eaton's work, and I really love this painting, and I'm happy with the way my study turned out. So if you want to learn more about him, I'd say get your cell phone over to Google, boy. Copy, paste, and read. Anyway, hey, thank you for joining me today. I'll see you again real soon. Meanwhile, please take good care. Stay out of trouble. And until next time.